The people of the United States and our friends and allies will not live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that threatens the peace with weapons of mass murder. We will meet that threat now with our Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines, so that we do not have to meet it later with armies of firefighters and police and doctors on the streets of our cities. Now that conflict has come, the only way to limit its duration is to apply decisive force.
It's done better for the ones that do believe in American soldiers, that can make a difference. The ones, like I said, like the ones that have helped them. Build schools, build their hospitals and things up like that. But then also, it's made, I don't know if you call it the Al Qaeda. That shows their face there. They've gone to different cities and made it worse. Al Qaeda would tell them not to, and if they help out the soldiers, if they did, they'd get shot. And so, when we go through that town, they wouldn't really communicate with us. They've actually said, yes, you've made it worse for us since you've been here, and we've tried to help you, but they turn on us, and it's pretty bad for them.
The people realized I was there to help their people learn to govern themselves. It turned the situation completely around. I started to do projects, if you will, to help the people. I created jobs. I created ways for them to get clean drinking water, create extra or additional irrigation so that they could at least grow food, have clean water to prevent diseases. And I built quite a few schools, and once the people saw that this was happening, when the Taliban had come to try to harass or intimidate these people, they would come and tell me, and we would go out and take care of the problem, if you know what I'm saying.
They're totally different people. Their views are totally different.
Freedom to maneuver in their own country without fear and intimidation from gangs is what the Taliban are, just unorganized gangs. And it's the same with the Al Qaeda.
Those rules of engagements were allowed to, it tells us the rules of engaging someone, whether we shoot or capture or whatever. And now, with us being over there, they've actually tied our hands. You have to get so much permission to shoot or to warn or even to have a bullet come out of your end of your gun kind of thing.
They are an extremely loyal people, and I think it's kind of a faith thing. I liken the Muslims to Mormons in a way, in the facet that they will fight for their religion up to the death. And they learned very quickly that I was the same way. And so, you know, once they saw that I was going to fight and actually defend them, they became extremely loyal.
They had our hands tied. We can't do that stuff like when we first went in there. We made a lot of progress, and when we pretty much kind of taking care of business, doing what war actually is, instead of trying to hold back and try to please everyone, you know. I don't think war is war. It's a bad thing. We're over there doing our job, and if we're not there to do our job, we might as well get out.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to put a government in place that can utilize their modern resources and not dole them out to people that would use them for harm or hate upon other folks. I think we owe it to our fellow man to provide them an opportunity. I don't think we should be the world police, but we do owe something to the world because of our status.
I hear that from other soldiers. If we're not going to do our job, get us out, and it's killing actually a lot of soldiers too.
If we go out and help them to succeed and grow, we create jobs in that country that could create jobs in our country. You know, it's one hand feeds the other type environment. People sign the dotted line to protect the country against all enemies, both foreign and domestic, and bear true faith and allegiance to the same. So, you know, the soldiers that perished in the battle perished because that's what they signed up to do.
Well, in Iraq, I can see justifying Afghanistan. They attacked our country. Iraq, I mean, we kind of wanted. This is my own opinion. We've kind of gone in there and just they may have tried, I don't know, terrorist attacks, but there's no real connection. I know they were doing things that the U.S. didn't like, but I don't really see a justification in Iraq, but Afghanistan for sure.
I believe that the cause is just, and I believe that what we're doing is helping people to better themselves.
At this compound, I asked them, I was like, so what's going to happen when U.S. leaves these and leaves the Iraqi soldiers over these compounds? And the thing that he said was like, we'll just kill them all.
The Afghan people, I taught them principles of democracy, or the companies that I was associated with, and they did their own thing.
I would say get out. I would say my big thing is vote for the person that stands up for the Constitution, stands up for what they believe in.
Well, what are we, almost 300 years into this whole democratic process, and we're close, but we're still not perfect. And so you've got Afghanistan that you've been there 7 years, and you want immediate gratification on something that's taken us hundreds of years. You know, look, we're still in Korea, we're still in Japan, we're still in Germany, and those wars have been over for 75 years. You know, it's time that we realize that this isn't a quick, hey, we're done type thing.
We will accept no outcome but victory. My fellow citizens, the dangers to our country and the world will be overcome.